In this video, we will see a detailed tutorial on Hostinger. We will see how to choose the right plan for you. We will then see the buying process. We will buy together a Hostinger plan, and then we will also set up your first WordPress website using Hostinger, and we will make a quick tour of all the options and all the different features that you can enable while you use Hostinger. For example, we will create together a custom email address using your website domain, for example, info@mywebsite.com. And we will also see how to enable some custom features. And basically, we will see how Hostinger works. We will also see how to require support to the support team. We will see how to install WordPress and how to set up your first WordPress installation and many other stuff. I also leave you in the description below all the timestamps of the main parts of the video so you can jump directly to the parts that you are more interested in. If you like this video, remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe to my channel, and maybe also give me a feedback in the comment section. Hi, my name is Pascal and I'm the creator of takeatutorial.com and Take a Tutorial YouTube channel, where I love to share with you some great tutorials, reviews, deals and news about WordPress. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Here we are on the main Hostinger WordPress hosting page, and I invite you to click on my affiliate link below, and I also thank you in advance if you want to click on this link before making your purchase, because you are supporting me, my channel and my work by doing so. And then here in this page, when we scroll down, we see, of course, don't be scared of this timer, because it's just a fake one. The offer is always here, and I assure you that I came here about 100 times before recording this tutorial, and this timer will always keep reloading and reloading again and again. So we can click on claim deal, okay, and we can go and see all the different hosting plans. We are now in this page, the WordPress hosting page, which is the greatest page if you want to create multiple WordPress websites for your clients or even for your own business. Of course, I also recommend you not to choose the single WordPress plan, because it's very limited, and it's the ideal solution only if you are a really super mega beginner and you just need to create one website for your hobby, for example. But if you are serious about WordPress business, just choose the WordPress starter plan or the business or the pro one. Let's see all the differences. Of course, the pricing is the most important difference, as you see here, and there are huge discounts, and you'll see that if you choose, for example, this first one and you click on add to cart, later on we will also see all the different features, but now let's talk just about pricing. You click on add to cart here, and you see that pricing is very interesting, because you can choose a billing period, of course. You can choose 1 month, you can pay 12 months, so 1 year, 2 years, or you can go for 4 years. That's great, because you can pay in advance 4 years of hosting, and then you don't need to think about hosting anymore for 4 years. That's great. And as you can see here, if I select, for example, this 4 years, I am saving $432, which is great. And if I scroll down here, I see that the pricing is incredibly low. So for $143, I am having 4 years of hosting, and I can use this hosting account to host multiple websites. Wow, this is great. And if you see here, you can also choose less years, so you can pay for 1 year, but you are saving less. In this case, we are saving just $108, but the pricing, it's incredibly low. You got $25 for your hosting account for just 1 year of hosting. And then when you go here, you will see that the renewal price will be different if you choose different kind of billing periods. For example, if you choose 12 months, your plan will renew at $8.99 per month. If you choose this one, $7.99 per month, and if you choose this one, $6.99 per month. The interesting thing is that if you choose this 4 years plan, your renewal will be in 2027 right now. So that's great. You pay really little here, and you got an awesome plan. If you want, you can also go back and see all the difference between the different kind of of hosting. For example, here you can see the business one, and you can click on add to cart, and you see that here when you scroll down, you got even here a lot of discount. So here we have really high performance, and you see here the pricing, it's very low, $191 for this great plan, and the renewal price will be $8.99. And so I let you also choose and see based also on the information I will share with you now. So as I was mentioning, don't look at the single one because it's very, very weak and it has really little features and it's not for us. And let's see the WordPress starter, which is personally the one I'm testing right now. I've just bought it before making this tutorial. And let's see here down, if you scroll down, you see that the top feature comparison is this one. You got 100 websites on this plan and on this other plan. And on the Pro plan, you got 300 websites. This is a little bit tricky because it's a kind of how do you say, an estimate limitation of a number of websites, because the real limitation, it's space, of course, because you can't go and upload 10 websites that have each one, how do you say, 20 gigabytes of space. So this is the first limitation, but it's already really generous, because if you compare this spacing with other hosting companies, you see that, wow, this is a huge amount of space that you get when you buy this hosting. And I was saying that there is a real limitation, which is this one. You just need to type in inodes. If you write inode, you will see here in the plan features that each plan has a different amount of inodes. And you have to know that a fresh WordPress installation, it's an average about 5,000 inodes. And when I talk about an average WordPress installation, I'm talking about a website which is almost empty. So just need to be careful to this. So need to be careful to the fact that when you install multiple WordPress installations in your hosting account, you're just taking up inode space. Inodes are just, it says here, items that correspond to the number of files and folders you have on your account. So each time you install a new plugin, each time you upload new images, new files, you create new pages, you do stuff on your website, the website becomes bigger and bigger and occupies more inode counting. So just be careful to this and make a quick, if you make a quick, how do you say, quick calculation, you see that this 400,000 inodes are generous, because there are other hosting companies that offer half of this inodes counting at a higher price. So I think Hostinger is one of the most generous in this case. But just be careful, and knowing that 100 website, it's not that real, because you will be able to upload, I think about, to be more realistic, about 50 websites. Or maybe something less, because of course if you make a quick calculation, you see that that's more or less the number of websites that you can be confident with into your WordPress account if you choose the starter plan. If you want to have more space, more inodes and more stuff in general, you just need to go with the business one or with the pro one. Then after these plans, if you're not happy with them because they are too limited, you can go and select the cloud hosting, for example, which is even greater in terms of features and performance. So let's scroll up here back again. Okay, we were just comparing all the features, and okay, so here you got free email in all these three plans. You got also unlimited bandwidth and unlimited databases. Okay, that's great. And in terms of performance, you get 1 gigabyte of RAM in the first plan and 1 CPU core. Here you got 2 CPU cores and a little bit more of RAM, and here you got 3 gigabytes of RAM and 2 CPU cores. And in the Pro plan here, you got also dedicated resources and dedicated IP address. This is great if you are building really complex websites or huge e-commerces and so on. So this is a great plan if you have a good business with WordPress, of course. And otherwise, if you choose one of these two plans, you're just getting started really great with a good hosting account. If you scroll down here, you see also that you got daily backups are at your disposal and are included only if you choose the business or the Pro plan, which is great because you just basically need daily backups. You need to be careful and to be always in the position to restore your website if something happens. But here in the first two plans, you got only weekly backups, which is a little bit weak as a security, attention. So in the video, I will also show you how to activate daily backups, even if you just choose the WordPress starter plan. And you can do it separately even later on. So it's not important to choose these plans to have daily backups. That's the point. You can activate them even in this plan, but you can pay them separately. And then down here, you got a free domain for 1 year. you got a free migration. So if you got one website and you want to migrate it from another hosting, you just go inside here and there is a procedure to do in order to ask the migration to the Hostinger team, which is great. It's very easy and they will do it for you. And I'll show you also how to do so in the video. Down here, you see that you have WordPress staging tool, which is great if you need to create a perfect copy of your website to test some new plugins, to test some new updates and so on, without having to affect the actual website, which is online. So this is a great support. This is a great tool if you are really working professionally with WordPress, and you got it only if you have one of these two plans. And then scrolling down here, let's remember that you have 30 days money back guarantee. So you just can test this hosting account. If you like it, you can play around with Hostinger, and then if you're not satisfied, you can just ask for a refund, and that's it. And basically that's it. They also have a great support team, and I'll show you also how to activate the support chat to ask some questions or to ask some help with the configuration of your Hostinger account. Now, if you're ready, you can click on the plan you have chosen and follow me step by step. In my example, I will choose the most popular one, which is the WordPress starter, and I click on Add to Cart. Now I will see the screen that we already saw before when I was talking about pricing, and when I scroll down here, I see my 4 options. The first one, it's if I choose to pay only for 1 month. The second one, it's for 1 year. The third one, it's for 2 years, and the last one, it's for 4 years. That's great. In my case, I chose this one, the 4 year, because I love the fact that I won't have to think about hosting renewals for 4 years until 2027. That's great. And of course, there is a huge discount because I'm saving $400. If I scroll down here, let's see. I'm paying $143, which is great, and my renewal cost would be at $7.99 per month, which is great. So I chose this one, but if you want, you can also go with the 12 months, and it's very cheap, as you see here, but renewals will be a little bit higher. And if you go for 2 years, you got also here a great price with a great discount. But of course, this one is the one that makes you save the most, and you don't have to think about renewals for 4 years. Now we scroll down, you see that on the left side you can choose between different kind of payment methods, and you can choose whatever it's the best for you. On the right side we have our order review, and if I will have a coupon code, I will leave it in the description below, so make sure to check the description below this video to see if there is a coupon code. Now here you can just enter your payment details if you choose to pay with credit card, or if you choose PayPal, you just click on Submit Secure Payment, and then you can proceed to the payment steps. Once you paid, you will see a screen in which there is a window that asks you to create a password for your account. That will be the password that you will use in order to access your Hostinger panel, so it's very important to set up a good password. After, you will see this screen which says, "Hello, help us provide the perfect experience for you by answering a few questions." You can click on Start Now, but you can also click on Hostinger up here and you will just be redirected to your account. In the meantime, you can also go and check your email inbox. You just got one email which asks you to verify your email address, so click on the verify email link, and then you got also an email with the confirmation of your purchase. You will also receive another email which is an onboarding email, and with some links to some tutorials. If you want, you can just go and explore something. But of course, I will try to explain to you the most important things in this video, so you won't need to go and explore all the tutorials here. So now you will be able also to switch language from the upper right side of the page, and then if you go and click on Start Now, you will be able to start the survey. It's a really quick one, so just go and choose whatever fits you the best. And in this case, I'm creating the website for myself, and I can select I'm building it myself. Okay, I don't need to hire a developer or other stuff. I'm creating, let's say, a business website or a blog or a portfolio. In this case, I will select a business one. And do you need help building your website? No, thanks. Okay. And then when I answer all these questions, and then here it will ask you if you want to install WordPress, which is exactly what we want to do now. So if you want, you can just choose one administrator email on the left side and then choose a password that you will use to access your actual WordPress website. So this is very important. So let's choose a password here. Let's choose it carefully. and then we will click on continue button. Okay, let's get rid of this one. And then here it will ask you if you want to add some plugins. We just skip because we will manage them later on. And even here we can skip and manage templates later on. Here you can claim a free domain. If you just bought a plan that has a free domain inside, you can click on select and you can redeem your domain. So you just will need to go and select .com, for example, which is my advice, my recommendation to choose .com or .the extension of your country, for example. And then here you can enter your desired domain name. You can just think about it very carefully because it's very important to choose a good name for your website. Keep in mind that if you search for a domain name which is already taken, it will just give you an error message saying that that domain name is already taken. For example, this one, freesoul.com, is already taken. And then I was lucky enough to find a free name. I found awesomeblog.com with 2 G's, which is a funny name, and it's just for the purpose of this tutorial. So in this page, you will see that you got your server location, which you can also change if you want to change it, and you got your domain name. You got your installed CMS, in this case we installed WordPress, and you got your admin email that you're using to access your actual WordPress installation. We can click on the pencil icon if you want to switch between different kind of server location. As you can see here, they are very intuitive. You can just click here and select the server location that fits your needs the most. For example, if your website it's in Europe, you can choose one Europe location. If it's in the North America, for example, you can choose one server location in North America, and so on. The best practice here is to choose a server location which is the nearest to your website visitors, so your website will load faster. Now I have choose the Europe Netherlands because I suppose that most of the traffic will come from Europe in this case, and even if it's just a tutorial. And then let's click on finish setup. Now there are a few more steps regarding our domain registration. We will need to provide some additional details. For example, we need to provide the country from where we are registering this domain. In this case, I will select my country, which is France. Okay, and then you will need to choose if you will use this domain for a personal use or for a company organization. In this case, I am buying it for my company organization, so I select company organization, and then I click on next step. Down here, I just need to fill with all my company details, and then I will click on the button finish registration. This is the screen that you will see after this step, and Hostinger is telling you that you're registering your domain, in this case awesomeblog.com. And personally, in my experience, I was stuck in this page and I didn't manage to register my domain, and I eventually find out that it was just necessary to reload the page, to refresh the page in order to get my domain correctly registered. So if it's also the case for you, if you see that this page doesn't go on after 10 minutes, just refresh the page and see what happens. At the end of the domain registration process, you will see this screen, and you can choose to click on the left side of the screen on edit your website, and in this case it will bring you directly to your WordPress admin dashboard, and you will be able to start customizing your WordPress website, but we will do it later. And on the right side you can go directly to your control panel, which is the place where you can manage all the hosting related feature of your website. And if you click on manage website, you will land on this page, and we will talk about it in a moment. After the registration of your new domain, you will receive this email, and you will need to click on it and verify your contact information. Just click on this link and you will be able to be sure that your email will be verified, and by doing so you will be sure that your domain will work correctly. In general, if you need some assistance, some support from Hostinger team, I'll show you now how to do so. You just go to hostinger.com, you click on the login button, and from here you insert your email address and your password that you set up when you were buying your hosting account, and you click on login. In this case, you get access to your hPanel, which is the Hostinger panel, which is great. I love the design and UI. It's well done and well created, well crafted. And then if you want to have some help, of course, you just need to go here under help, and then you need to describe your issue if you want, or you can just select here the category in which you need help. For example, if you got stuck with your domain registration, you click on the domain, you scroll down here and you just select one of your issues, for example this one, and then you can go and select chat or email. If you prefer to email and get the reply through your email, you can just select this one. Or if you want to chat with an actual support team member, you can click on chat now, and it's very, very useful because sometimes you just need someone to reply to you to some quick questions or something that you need quickly to resolve, and they are very friendly and very supportive and very, very helpful. I've just tested once their support team, and it's working very, very well. So if you have any question, just go here and click on chat now. If for any reason you don't have the time to finish the setup process, remember that you can always come back later to your Hostinger panel, and you can go on your home page and just see if there are some notifications. Like in this example here, you see that there is the domain registration, which is pending setup, and the WordPress starter, which is pending setup. So if you need more time, you can come back later and click on setup and finish the process. Now let's make a quick tour of the hPanel. So we can go back to our home page here, and we can see that we have our hosting account here, which is the main one, but you can also add more than one hosting account, and you will see them all here. You see all your domains. In this case, I got only one domain, and I will also show you during this video how to add more domains if you have some domains, maybe external domains that you bought on Google Domains or Name Hero or Namecheap and so on. And then you can also set up an email address. I will show you in a moment how to do so. Now let's make a quick tour. You see here there is the home page. You got also the websites section where you can see at a glance all the websites that you have installed in your WordPress in your Hostinger account, and you can quickly go and click on edit website if you want to access your WordPress panel, which is great. So if you click here, you go immediately to your to your WordPress admin area. So you will be able to just manage your website. I will show you also some quick settings that you need to do with WordPress, but now let's continue with our tour. You can click on manage here, and you will be redirected to this dashboard, which is the dashboard in which you can manage all you need about your website from the hosting point of view. So for example, you get a glance here of all your services. You see here there is the WordPress starter hosting, which is active for this website. You see also the domain. If it's active, you can quickly go and manage it. You can create a free email account. I will show you in a moment how to do so. And of course, you can enable daily backups. This one, it's a highly recommended feature, and I will show you how to do so in a moment. You see here a loading time average, which is great if you want to keep an eye in your loading time of your websites. And you can also go and see details if you want to have some more insights on the loading speed time of your website. Then here you got a malware scanner, which is enabled by default, and that's a great solution. And then on the left side of your panel here, you can go and add and manage WordPress. For example, you can see the WordPress dashboard. There are some quick options, very useful. I suggest you here to enable, for example, this one, Object Cache, which will help you to increase the WordPress, the loading speed time, of course. So just enable it. And then here you can scroll down if you want. Okay, here normally this is a great thing because at Hostinger they automatically install your SSL certificate once you create your website. So in this case, even if you don't see it immediately, after 1 hour or two, you just come back here, go and check under the SSL and see if the certificate is active. In this case, it's active, and just just know that it's all automatic, this process, so you don't need to do it by hand. But if by any chances it's not active, you can also install it by hand or ask to the support team to do it for you. So you click on the chat icon down there, you go on domain, you go on SSL, for example, and you just ask the team to do it for you. Let's go back on our website and on manage. We were just going here under the WordPress dashboard. And here, if you want, you can also manage your site installs. So you can reinstall WordPress if you need to reinstall it, if you didn't manage to install it before. And you can also install WordPress in a subfolder. For example, if you want to make a test website, you click on install, you give a name to your website, test website, number 1. Then you go and choose an administrator email. You can choose also a username, you can set up a password, and then under advanced, you can also choose to install WordPress in a subdirectory. For example, if you want to make a test, you just need to install WordPress under the test subdirectory. and make sure to select here HTTPS. And then if you want, you can also choose a password to access your database. It's not something you will need to do, of course, but if you want to do it, you can just set up a password here and you will be able to access your database later on. So this is great if you want to make some tests, as I was mentioning to you, and to have some more installations under the same website. For example, here I've just installed 2 WordPress installations. The first one is on my main domain, it's awesomeblog.com, and the second one it's in the awesomeblog.com/test installation, which is great because I can do all my testing here. I can just make some checks. I can even build the whole website, and then when I'm ready, I can go back under the awesomeblog.com, the main domain, and I can just transfer my website, which is great. And basically that's it. You got also staging feature. If you got the business or pro plans, you can go and check the security scanner, which is great. It just tells you if there are some issues related to security on your website. And then you can go and click on Learn with Us if you want to see some more detailed tutorials on different Hostinger functionalities. Down here, there is a great, option, because you can go under Order Usage and you can see what's happening to your hosting account. You can see how many resources you are using, and basically you can just check and make sure that everything is running smoothly and everything is fine. And of course, the most important thing, as I was mentioning before, it's inodes. Because you see here, I got already 10,000 inodes used, and I just had 2 installations of WordPress. So if you make a check, you will see that basically each fresh installation of WordPress occupies around 5,000 inodes. And the more you add plugins and the more you add files to your WordPress installation, the more inodes you will be using. So you need to keep in mind this in order to be able to manage all your space here. And in any case, you see here 400,000 inodes are already a good solution and a good space to have. So that's the real limitation. Inodes are the real limitation in hosting accounts in general, and just be careful to not to consume all your inodes, and just have an eye on this value here. And then going down here, you can see also the usage of your CPU and RAM, and you can just have a quick access to your resources you use. So that's great even if you want to know also when and how it's better to upgrade your plan. If you go here, you can renew your plan, or you can also choose to upgrade. And this is great because as you can see here, as I was mentioning also before, you can upgrade really easily. You can go to the business hosting plan, to the pro hosting plan, and you will get the same discounts that you got even if you start from scratch. So here, when you upgrade, for example, you got $10 per month, and you got the most valuable WordPress hosting solution. And if you want, you can also switch to cloud enterprise hosting, which is another level of resources, which is great for heavy resource demanding websites. And basically that's it, and that was a really quick tour. You can also go on accounts and details, and these are the details that are linked to your website in general. So you see your domain, you see name servers, you see every kind of detail that is about your website account. You can also switch easily between different kind of location here, as you can see here, and you can make one server transfer each 30 days maximum. So if you need to choose a different location, you can do it like this, and you can move basically your website into another server. Here you can deal with your emails accounts, and you can just create and go to the control panel and create a new account. We will see it in a while. And you can also deal with domains, subdomains, part domains, and so on. Here, all stuff regarding domains that you can just deal with them here. And you got also your website here. You can go and migrate your website. There are some useful tools here. For example, Logo Maker, which is powered by AI. And I think it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird to ask an AI to create a logo, but sometimes it can be a nice starting point for if you want to have some ideas about creating a new logo for your business. You can also easily manage your website files from the file navigator here, which is great. Sometimes you just need to go and access files from the backend, and as you can see here, it's very easy to navigate. You can go and select all the different files that are in your WordPress installation and see them very easily in this way. And then what else you can do? You can go and check the security. You got a malware scanner. As I was saying to you, it's free and it's automatic. So if there is something that the scanner finds out, you will receive a notification and you will see it here with also some hints about how to resolve the issue. You can manage databases. You can go under the advanced tab if you want to manage the DNS zone editor. Sometimes you need to add some DNS records to, I don't know, how to verify your domain and to authenticate your domain and to do something like this. Then here you got all geeky and nerdy stuff, PHP configuration, cron jobs, and so on. So this is great. It's a kind of your panel. It's your hosting panel that lets you manage whatever you need about your website. So this is a great solution if you're searching for something complete and very easy to use and to manage. And here there are some quick links, and basically that's it. Now we will see some in-depth tutorials to enable all your great features like the free email and the daily backups. Before going and activate some email accounts and daily backups and so on, we just need to go under the websites. Under domains, and make sure here to see that the status is active. Sometimes it just requires some hours in order to become active after the purchase. And then just go and click here if you want to see everything about your domain. Just go and make sure that you have verified your email verification. Okay, so just go and check whatever you need to check. Okay. Go and see if the auto renewal is enabled. This is very important because after the first year you will be billed for your domain, and it's very important, of course, to have your domain always renewed, so you will be sure that your website will be always online. That's a great and very important thing. So make sure that your email is verified and that your domain, everything is okay. If you need any assistance here, as I was mentioning to you, you just click here on the chat icon, and from this page you select domain, you select whatever is your problem, and then you can click under the chat now button. That's great. And going back here, I suggest you also to enable the whois privacy, and this is an extra layer of security for your data protection. So less data will be shared with the public in general. So let's click here on the enable, and it's free, so why not enabling it? It's a kind of extra layer of protection for your data. So that's it. Later on during this video, you can use always timestamps if you want to go to the parts that are more interesting for you. I will also show you how to point an external domain to your Hostinger account. And now we can go on by seeing something very important. So we go back to websites. We select our main website. In this case, I got awesomeblog.com. I click on manage, and I make sure to create an email account. So I can also go to emails, and it's the same thing. From here I can click on manage. It's the same path. You can see here manage and go on free email setup. Okay, I can also go to emails and click on manage. Now once we click on manage under the email settings, we see that there is this screen, and we can choose between two different kind of plans. The free one, which is 1 GB per email account, and you just don't have some features like read receipts, and you don't have email templates, you don't have the send later functionality, you don't have the follow-up reminder, and you can't send as alias. So if you need these features and if you want more space, you can select this business email solution. But in my case, I will go with the free one, which is already great for me. I click on select here, and now I will be able to create my email inbox. So let's say that I want to create some email. I can create info@awesomeblog.com in this case, or I can create also my name. And then I can also select this, make this email account an admin. If I go here, an admin can add, delete email accounts, manage a great billing, manage other admins. So in this case, if I make this email an admin, basically I can access my hosting account and I can do some stuff. So if you want to make this email account admin, just leave this box checked after, otherwise just uncheck this if you don't want this the person that will have access to this mail also be able to access your hosting account. In this case, yes, I will create a password. So Let's see, maybe this one. Okay, then I can also go and choose a password recovery email address, for example, info@takeatutorial.com. It's always good practice to have a secondary email address that we can use when we forgot the password for the main one, and we can click on create new account. So basically that's it, and it's powered by Titan, you see here, and you will also receive an email by Titan saying that you can create an email account, that we are doing it right now. So let's click on create a new account. Okay, we don't need to save this, and basically that's it. Okay. Your email, pascal@awesomeblog.com, has been successfully created. Log into your new email. The URL is this one, hostinger.titan.email/mail, and you can log in by entering your email address and your password. You can also copy it from here, and we can just send also the login details to someone if we need it. Let's see. For example, to my address. Okay, send. Okay, and then let's see, let's just have a check here. We just need to go under this link and we can basically access our email. So we can go here, logging in, and we will be able to see, oh, confirm password recovery email. Okay, this is my recovery email. Let me see if it makes me log into my account. Okay, I just had to hard refresh the page twice to be able to log into my email account in this case. And I can just go here, click on get started. If I want to customize my profile, I can do it so. I can add a picture to my email address. I can add a display name, for example, Pascal@awesomeblog. And this is the name that my recipients will see when they receive some email from me. And also this image, it's important maybe to personalize it to make it more professional. For example, I can add my logo, my picture, and so on. I can click on next. I can also transfer my contacts from Gmail if I want to add a Gmail account. And in this case, I'll do it later. I'll do this later, and that's it. So here, as you can see, there is a first email, Hostinger Premium email. Great to see you here. And when we scroll down here, we see that there is also a mobile app that we can download, and in order to get access to our email directly from our phone. And basically that's it. So we can just manage our inbox email from the browser directly like this. And then if you want to set up your email on your actual email reader, for example, on macOS, on Gmail, on your phone, and so on, you can go here under the settings tab. You can click on configure third-party apps. And if you want, you can scroll down here, select your desired tool. For example, if I want to read my email on my Apple email on macOS, I can go here, I just need to scroll down, follow the instruction, and I can set up my IMAP or POP configuration by just entering my email address, my password. I click on sign in, and then I enter this data. For example, imap.titan.email, this port 993, and then here smtp titan.email, and then this number. It's very easy and very intuitive. As you see here, there is also a complete tutorial on how to do so, and you can basically configure your email account to read your emails from your favorite apps. And in general, you see here that you can also link your Gmail to your Titan account. I don't know actually how it works. I just imagine that when you add your Gmail account, you can sync your emails that are arriving on your Gmail into your Titan account, and vice versa, I think, vice versa. And but if you want, you can also download the app, and you can just get the app on your mobile phone and be able to access your email account very easily. So there are many solutions that you can use. You can read your email on in the browser, as we can see here. You can set up a third-party system, like for example Gmail and so on, and you can even sync your Gmail account with your Titan account. So just choose what fits you the best, and then you are set up with your email. Then when you need to access your email or to do something to manage your email accounts in general, you just need to go to emails. You can click under the manage, and then here from this page you can just manage all your emails accounts. If you want, you can create a new one. You can go and see all the options that are here at your disposal. You can go here, for example, and see all the email accounts that you have created, and you can also create new email accounts. Each time you create a new email account, you just need to go through the process that we saw before. So it's very easy and intuitive, and each email account will have 1 GB available. So that's great. And if you need to upgrade, you just go here. You can click under the manage, disable, suspend, delete. I don't know how to upgrade one account, but I think it's just you can click on access webmail, and once you are inside your account here, you will be able to upgrade. It's very intuitive. Sometimes you see here it's not logging in. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. And I click 2 times. I hard refresh my page. I re-click on login, and then I am able to log in. And then if you want to upgrade, here you see upgrade, and you can choose your plan. You can click on see plans to upgrade, and you will be able to upgrade your business email to have more space and to have more features at your disposal. And basically that's it. So that's how you manage emails when you use Hostinger. Before going on, I show you how you can manage your account details. You can go here and you can click on account information. From here, you can manage all your account information, which is very, very important, of course, in order to have your personal information, your billing information, and so on. You can also manage the security linked to your account. You can enable, two-factor authentication, and you can go and click on. So, this is a really great feature, which is account sharing. If you need to give access to your, teammates, for example, to help you manage your WordPress website, you can click on grant access, and you can just select the email address, select the access level, and then choose the services that the person will be able to manage with you. So this is great. This is a great feature which allows you to collaborate and to work with other people in the same account. And then you can also go and check the account activity if you want to be sure that there are no people that are accessing your hosting account without authorization. So now let's go back to websites and let's go and click on manage. If you want to have a good solution, if something happens, you need to enable daily backups. If you choose WordPress Starter or single WordPress, you have to know that there is no daily backups included. There are only weekly backups, which are not that great if you want to have the best security practice enabled into your website. So you got only daily backups included if you have the business or the pro plan, but you can still enable them even if you have WordPress Starter or single plan. You just need to go under websites, you click on manage, and you go and click on daily backups. You click on manage here, and you just need to choose to add daily backups. So you click here, you can select 48 months if you want, you can select 36 months, 24 months, you can just choose the billing cycle that you need. In this case, I will go under 12 months, for example, and then you click on complete payment and you will be able to manage all your daily backups. So you will be sure that each day there will be a copy of your website ready to get restored if something goes wrong. So this is a really, really, really high recommended feature to enable. And basically that's it. If you choose a plan that has this functionality enabled, you can go and click under websites on migrate, and you can migrate actually a website. So if you already have a website on another hosting company, you just need to go here, you can click on select, and you can click on transfer website, select here, and you can choose WordPress, cPanel, or other control panel. In this case, I will go with WordPress, and you can choose if you want to provide your WordPress login or if you want to link to some backup files. In this case, it's easier if you want to provide just your WordPress information. You just need to go and select here your WordPress website account login URL. You just need to share your username and password, and then you submit a request, and they will be very happy to manage your WordPress website migration. This is great. So in a few hours you will be able to have your website transferred, and this is a great solution if you just need to go from another hosting to Hostinger. And if you scroll down here in website, you can go and migrate website, and you will see all the migrations that are enabled into your account. In this case, I don't have any migration started, so I don't have migrations, but you can just keep an eye here on all your migration, and it's a quite good solution if you want to always know what's going on your account. Now I will show you how to point an external domain to your Hostinger account. For example, here I've got a domain under Google Domains, and it's ulearn.ooo. It's a funny domain, and I want just to enable a DNS customization in order to be able to point it to my Hostinger account, and of course in order to be able to create a website on Hostinger using this domain, ulearn.ooo. Unfortunately, I'm not able to switch language here. Even if I go on the options in Google Domains, it doesn't let me switch language, but I will explain to you. You go on DNS, whichever services you are using to host your domains, you just need to go under the DNS settings, and you just need to go and select some customized server names. So in this case, I go here, I can go and deal with and manage my DNS names, and in this case I was pointing them to SiteGround, but I need to switch and point them to my Hostinger account. So I go on Hostinger now. Okay, I just go on my Hostinger, I go on websites, I go on create or migrate a website, and let's say that I want to create a new website using my domain ulearn.ooo that is hosted on my Google account, Google Domains in this case. So I just need to go here and click on create a new website. Then I will choose WordPress. Then I will choose all my login details from my WordPress account. Or if I want, I can also skip and create an empty website. In this case, I want to create an account with already installed WordPress. So I just need to insert, for example, an email and a password. Let's go here. Okay. That's it, and then I click on continue. I just skip, I will manage plugins later, and I will also don't need a template at the moment. Now I can choose if I want to buy a new domain, so I can be able to purchase it directly on Hostinger, or if I need to use and connect an existing domain, I will just click here, and that's my case because I have my domain on Google Domains in this case. I click on select, I enter my existing domain name, so it is ulearn.ooo, ulearn.ooo. Let's click on continue, and then we will be able to use these elements here to point our DNS. So existing name servers are on SiteGround, and required name servers are these ones. So let's copy them and paste them in my Google Domains account. I am here now on Google Domains, and I paste the first value here, and then I copy the second value, I copy it, and I paste it here. As you can see here, it's very, very easy. I click on save, and now I've just upgraded my DNS settings on Google Domains. The same options and the same thing you need to do if you use some different services from Google Domains. As I was mentioning, whatever is your domain provider, you just go there, you click on DNS settings, you upgrade the name servers, and that's it basically. It's very easy. And then I click on continue here. Okay. And let's see if it will work. Okay, here I don't need to share my account with no one. Okay, now it says that it's uploading files, so it's installing WordPress, and it's automatically applying a SSL certificate, which is great. So let's make it work for us. And after a few minutes it will be completed. Okay, let's see if, okay, that's it. Okay, let's see if name servers are connected. Let's click on connect. Okay, let's see if Google Domains has already updated my my domain. You're a few steps away from setting out your domain. Secure, easy. Okay, continue. Analyzing your domain, detecting DNS provider, Google Domains, getting your setup is ready to go. Authorize with Google Domains or forward login. See what records will be added. Okay. So as you can see here, this is kind of automated how do you say, process, and even if I already did it, so maybe I can just click on see what records will be added. Okay. Oh, this is a further setup. So let's click on authorize with Google Domains. Why not? We just need to log in with our account, and that's it. The domain is now configured. That's great. We can click on done, and then we can see if the website is already online. We can click on edit website, but sometimes it takes some time in order to access your website. And in fact, this is a preview of a website by a customer of Hostinger. In fact, as you can see here, if you check the domain up here, you see that it's not the actual one, but it's a kind of preview domain. It's a temporary domain. And if you want to check the status of your website, you can just go to your website, ulearn, in this case, .oo, learn. And you see that in this case, it's still on SiteGround, but if you wait for 1 hour or 2 hour maximum, you will see that this domain will be updated with all my Hostinger data. And so we just need to wait a little bit. If you want, you can also go to your control panel. You can manage your site here. And basically you can see the same stuff we were seeing for our first website that we installed before, the awesomeblog.com. And you can manage whatever you want for this new website. So we just connected an external domain with our Hostinger account. We can also do the same stuff, so we can create a free account, free email account. We can manage daily backups and so on. And in this case, domain status, it's not already pointing to our Hostinger account, because the only problem is that when you point your domain, you need to wait for a maximum time of 48 hours, but in most of the cases you just need to wait for 1 hour or 2 hours, and then it will be upgraded and updated. So we just need to wait a little bit, and then here we will see that our domain will be connected to our Hostinger account, and we will be able to create a new website using that domain. If you want to know when your name servers will be updated, normally, as it was mentioned before, as I mentioned before, you just need to to wait about 1 or 2 hours. But in some cases, they will need some more time in order to be updated. So you can just go on this website, whatsmydns.net, and then here you can type in your URL, in this case ulearn.oo, and when you click on search, you see here that you can also choose, yes, in this case NS, which stands for name servers, and you see that your name servers are still in SiteGround in this case. But if I come back here in a while, maybe 1 hour or so, when I click on search, you will see here that all my name servers will be updated to the Hostinger ones. Now I have waited for at least, I think, 1 hour or 2 hours maximum, and when I go back to my websites, I see that there is a green dot here that says that my website is connected. And when I go to manage my website, I see that the SSL certificate is already installed automatically. And then here I can click on my website directly, and I will be able to log in to my website. That's great. So it worked, and I pointed my external domain to Hostinger. Now let's go back to our main website, and let's see some of the important settings that you should do when you install WordPress for the first time. So we see that we have installed WordPress in this installation, in this domain, awesomeblog.com. We just need to go under the websites. We click on edit website. Oh, I just click on the wrong one. Okay, let's go back here. I click on edit website on my awesomeblog.com, and I will be redirected on my WordPress admin panel. If I want, I can also just reach my WordPress website by going on myawesomeblog.com/wp-admin. So I just type in the name of my website.com/wp-admin, and then I'm inside. So that's very easy. And then I can go on plugins. The first thing I need to do here in plugin is to deactivate the plugins that I'm not using. So I can go, for example, and deactivate all the plugins because I don't use them. Apply. Okay, I just leave this one, which is the disable auto update notification email, because I don't want to be bothered with notifications telling me that there are some plugins that have been updated and so on. And then I can just keep this one, which is very important, the Lightspeed Cache, because this plugin works in conjunction with your Hostinger account and make sure that your website loads very, very fast. So leave this one enabled too, and all the others you can just get rid of them. So we can select them and click on delete. Okay, that's very easy. So we keep only the Lightspeed Cache and we disable all the other plugins. That's it. So we can go back to our dashboard, home, and and I also suggest you to go to screen options here and to disable all the different widgets because we don't need them. We just need to have a clear dashboard in order to start working. We can also go under the settings, general, and what I suggest you to do is to check the name of your website and to use the actual name of your business, the name that you want people to type into Google when they need to find you, for example. In this case, I can type awesome blog like this with 2 G's. And here you can write down a tagline, which is very important from the SEO point of view. You can just give a short description of your business. For example, WordPress tutorials for beginners and experts, or from beginners to experts. From beginners to experts. Yes. And then here I suggest you also to add an S after this HTTP, because this will ensure that your website will always load into HTTPS, and it's kind of tidying up things. And make sure also to remember your password and the username, because it will ask you your password and username when you reload this page. And make sure also to only change this S and to add this S, because any other change you do here could result in a mess. So be very careful when you modify these values. Then here you can choose if you want a different administration email address, which is the main administration email for your website. So be careful to select an email that you have access to. Then down here you can choose the language of your website, and most of all it's very important to choose the right time zone in which your website is operating, because this time zone will also reflect in your website, so in plugins and in metadata of your blog posts and so on. So for example, here I am in Paris at the moment and I can select Paris. Let's see if Paris, voila, that's it. And here you can change your date format and you can preview it down here. So if you want to test something different, you can go like this and see what fits you the best. In this case, I will leave this one, for example, or maybe this one. And then you can choose the time format if you want, and you can have a preview down here. Okay, you can also change the week starting day, and then you can click on Save Changes. As I was mentioning to you, you will be redirected to your login page. We just click on Login again. And basically that's it. So these are the main settings that you need to do when you install WordPress for the first time. Just make sure to go under the permalinks also and check that your permalink structure is this one, post name. This is the most used one, and it's very easy to set up a correct SEO setup if you use post name. So make sure to select post name, and then here you can click on Save Changes. Okay, you can also go under the Reading tab. If you want to disable the searching engine visibility while you are creating your website, you can discourage search engines from indexing your website. But be careful, because this is a very, very delicate feature, and basically you're telling Google and all the other searching engines to not to index your website. And this is great if you are just creating your website and you don't want to be found on Google. But when you finish creating your website, it's very important to go here and uncheck this checkbox, save changes, and of course connect your website with your Google Search Console, which is the main point in order to be found on Google, of course. Here you can also select some other stuff, but in this case it's not useful. And I will also leave you a full tutorial on how to create a website using WordPress in the cards of this video and in the description down below. So you will be able to go and to see how to create a website starting from scratch using great tools for your WordPress website. One last thing you can do is to go to Appearance, Themes, and just get rid of the themes you're not using. So for example, here we go and delete this theme, we click here and delete this other theme. And we can go also on pages. What I suggest you to do is to get rid, to move to trash, all the pages that you are not using. You go to trash and you empty your trash. You can go on posts and you can just get rid of the standard post and you can delete permanently. So basically now you're ready, you have a fresh installation, you're all clean here on WordPress, and when you click on your visit website, you see this. You got an empty website ready to be filled with all your content. So tell me, what do you think about Hostinger? If you have any question or feedback, just write me down in the comment section below. I personally discovered Hostinger recently. I'm just testing its way of working, and I'm very happy with the performance of my website, and I'm just playing around a little bit to see if I like it. And until now, I'm really appreciating all the services that Hostinger is offering. For example, I've just tested also their support team, and I must say that they're very friendly and supportive, and they just helped me with 2 or 3 things that I was trying to figure out into my Hostinger account. It has also a great UI. I think that it's very intuitive and easy to use, and most of all, the pricing is very affordable and interesting compared to other hosting companies. So what about Hostinger? What do you think about it? Are you already using it, or do you plan to use it for your next project? Before ending the video, I also wanted to thank you if you just click on my affiliate link below before making your purchase, because you are supporting me and my channel, and I will be able to create more content with your support. If you want to follow some good WordPress tutorials, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I also leave you the links of my latest tutorials in the cards of this video and in the description below. In particular, I suggest you to follow my step-by-step tutorial on how to create a WordPress website using Blocksy and Stackable. Blocksy is my favorite WordPress theme at the moment, and Stackable is my favorite Blocks plugin. So if you combine Blocksy and Stackable, you get all the option and power of a modern page builder, but directly into your Gutenberg editor. So it's a great solution if you want to build a modern and good-looking website using Gutenberg. Thanks for watching, and if you like WordPress tutorials, reviews, deals, and news, remember to subscribe and to activate the notification bell to know each time I upload a new video. And I hope to see you in the next one.